We live?
We're gonna start at 2nd Ezra 15 at the top.
Okay.
Stop there. Go ahead.
All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone. We're here to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like it to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom. All right, we'll just get right into it.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ear of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai.
Okay. Go ahead. No, this is Yahweh Shai speaking to the prophet Ezra. All right, and the prophets, all right, in these end days, us Akim, Yahweh Shai raising the brothers up with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, we're coming in the same stead as of the prophets of old. Okay. Can you read it from the top again, Baba Shai?
2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people.
It says, speak thou in the ears of my people. Who's the Lord's chosen people? All right, he's talking about these people right here on the sign right here. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true biblical Israelites, man. All right? And also you speckled bird Israelites that may look like, the other heathen nations, but have been scattered, amongst these other nations. Man.
Precept.
Real quick. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that Yahweh have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I have brought up from the land of Egypt.
Amen. Because Yahweh Shai, he's only dealing with the nation of Israel exclusively, man. Okay? Amen. Yahweh Shai, he delivered the nation of Israel out of the ancient Egyptian captivity. All right? And if somebody can grab Jeremiah 50, where it says Israel and
I got you. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and 33. And it reads, it says, Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Right, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, are the northern and the southern kingdom, were oppressed together, man. And you see that here in Babylon the Great, America, man. All right, the 12 tribes being oppressed here in Babylon the Great, America. All right, just like how we were oppressed in ancient Egypt, under those under Pharaoh, man, under him. The modern day Egyptian would be who? Esau Edom, right? The so-called white man, right? That has the 12 tribes here in captivity here in America, man. It said what the Israel representing what the northern kingdom, and Judah representing the southern kingdom. They were what? Oppressed together. All right, here in America, man.
Says, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Verse 34, their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts is his name.
Right, their Redeemer going into what Yahushai, which Yahushai, he's only returning for the elect of the nation of Israel. Right. Okay, because 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are not going to make it on this side, man. Okay, because you put your trust in Egypt, all right? You put your trust in the system. You put your trust in this kingdom, man. All right, you don't want to repent. You don't want to turn back to the laws, statutes, and commandments. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, you want to continue to what? Eat abominations. All right, worship idols, man. All right, you do wrong before the face of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. All right, which is why we were put in captivity in the first place. Us rebelling against the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Oh,
I got some more. Yeah, I got some more. says he shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
That's right, man. Hey, because Yahweh Shai, he's coming to return to destroy, all right, this wicked kingdom, okay, Esau Edom's kingdom, to take Esau Edom down from off his power seat, all right, and establish, all right, the nation of Israel upon high. Okay, to rule the earth in righteousness, man. All right, starting with Yahweh Shai, all right, the 144K, all right, the governing class. Okay.
But I wanted to add, and you know that this is a future prophecy because Judah and Israel, northern and southern kingdom, were not in the ancient Babylonian captivity. Okay, they were in the Israel was in the Assyrian captivity at the time, and the southern kingdom, Judah, was in ancient Babylon under the Chaldeans. That's it.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 16. It says, and he that stealeth the man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Right, which Esau Edom, he got an answer to that, man. He got to pay for that, man. Okay, because he took our people, okay, this people on the sign right here, and took them by force, all right, and put them in hardcore chattel slavery, man. All right, the northern and the southern kingdom, man. The northern kingdom was being shipped to Europe to be put in slavery, man. You know, just like how the southern kingdom was scattered throughout the west coast of Africa, right here, or to America, to be put in slavery, man. All right, Esau Edom, he gotta pay for that, man. You know, hey, because that's the reason why his kingdom is forced through the blood, sweat, and tears of the people on the sign right here, man.
Precept.
Just to add to your point, yeah, a lot of you people out there don't realize that the transatlantic slave trade started with us northern tribes first, that were captured in the late 1400s. And taken over to, like the brother said, Europe, all right, different parts of the world on that side. Then you had to bring in over the Southern Kingdom, all right, in 1619. All right, that's when we was reunited again and pressed together. You know, because that's the fulfillment of what Revelation 11 chapter. Two witnesses. All right. Yeah.
This is this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verses 9 and 10. Verse 9, and it reads, if any man have an ear, let him hear. If any man have understanding, let him understand. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's right, and hey, that's what us Akim are waiting for, man. All right, for this damn devil to be judged, man. All right, by Yahweh Shai. Okay, because he gained all his power, his riches off of what? If somebody can grab Sirach and 8. So you saw Edom, what he's gonna pay for all the iniquity and all the slavery, all the death, all right, all the disease, all right, that he did and he's doing to this day. You know?
Sirach 10 and 8. Because of the unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
That's right, and the kingdom is going to be translated unto Israel, man. Okay? All right, it's going to be because, hey, Esau Edom, he's in his power seat right now via what? Rape, rob, and murder. The scripture says what in St. John chapter 10. The thief cometh not but for what? To kill, steal, and destroy. All right? And that's what he did, like to the nation of Israel, man. All right? Which is why we are still in a oppressed level, slave class level. Okay? You know, constantly being persecuted by Esau Edom.
Oh.
Constantly being persecuted by these heathens. All right,
Precept.
here in Babylon the Great. All right? Which is why the majority of our women don't respect us, man, because we've been taken down by the so-called white man. You know? Esau Edom got to pay for that, man. And he is good. And we're in the last days right now. Esau Edom, he's gonna pay for that, man. You know?
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter, or it's only one chapter, the verse 5. And is it okay if I read it in NLT? All right, in NLT it says, if thieves come at night and rob you, what a disaster awaits you. They would not take anything, those who harvest grapes, always leaving few for the poor, but your enemies will wipe you out completely.
Yeah, man, because Esau Edom, he's all about what? All right, keeping us in the most oppressed level, man. All right, mentally, spiritually, physically, man.
Desolate.
All right, desolate, man, the water. All right, Esau Edom wants to keep the nation of Israel completely desolate, man. Yeah. Okay, because he's an insatiable man, or he cannot be satisfied. He could never have enough, man. You know.
Step in, laying back on his brother. It was our tradition to leave grace for the poor people.
Yep.
All right, you know, and that's what you know. But Esau, he doesn't want to leave nothing for the poor, man.
Right.
He wants us to be at our bare minimum, enough to be able to work for him, man. You know, and that's how, you know, it's been like that, you know, since we, you know, have been under this devil's captivity. He never stuffed us, like, you know, to the point we was at the bar and burnt. You know, he gave us just enough to be able to hit the sun in the morning and go to work. And that's how he does everything. That's his MO, man. But it was our custom as Israelites. We would leave grace behind, man.
Yeah, I was going to say that process is called gleaning. Yeah, gleaning. Yep.
You got grapes, vineyards, you got corn, what you had, you leave, I think it's a tenth of the field for the poor.
Yep.
That was our welfare system within the law.
Yep.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 9. It says, when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not wholly reap the corners of thy field, neither shalt thou gather the gleanings of thy harvest, and thou shalt not glean thy vineyard, neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and stranger. I am Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai.
This devil don't do that. This devil goes to the field, he breaks everything. All right, his machinery goes from one end to the other and takes it all, even down to the seed.
Yep.
You know, they don't even leave the seeds in the ground to re-harvest. You know, and this devil has gotten so bad because people used to be able to take seeds and plant them for a harvest, you know, and they'd be able to plant them again. But this devil has gotten so greedy that he has genetically modified the seeds, all right, that they only grow from one seed.
Yeah, you seen that devil that said we gonna have all the seeds, and we gonna sell them.
Yeah,
you know.
They don't. Because hey, a man with seeds that can regenerate right now, all right, hey, he can feed his family.
Yeah.
You know, Jake's, man, we came up from under this devil, you know, we had a little bit of freedom. My grandmother and father and us, they grew farms, you know, and they would use those seeds to harvest greens, you know, and that's a plan, you know, a supply to family. Now he don't want to leave you with nothing. That's why the Christian people have to be totally dependent upon him. You know, you got
the seed produces.
Yeah.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 29.
Just prove it.
And Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
That's why they started the low seed fruit. Everything seedless apple, seedless grape, seedless watermelon. Banana's supposed to have seeds. Most people don't know that. All right, but it's like this brother pointed to that GMO. All right, and that's his point. All right, to make everything GMO, everything fast and easy. It's the American way. All right, but those seeds carry a lot of nutrients that Jake needs. You know, most seeds are edible, and you should be eating those seeds. All right.
The seeds of the fruit. They, like that's why you have a land Sabbath. You let the land rest for 7 years, and whatever the fruit that the tree yield, all that's going back to the ground once it drops to the ground. The seed, so it just basically replenish itself. And next year you can go and plant on it, till it. You know what I'm saying? Everything will grow naturally because why? It's already seed in the ground. You know what I'm saying?
That life is in the seed.
Life is in the seed.
Yeah.
And the same thing the Lord made with the fruit of the tree and seed of the tree, so he made man. So we have seed which is called sperm. All right? Or semen. Semen borrow. So the point is, let's show you that Esau Edom is anti-Bible, anti-God of the Bible. It says who in 2 Thessalonians 2, who opposes all that is called the Most High. You understand? So he's opposed to life. He's opposed to reproduction. That's why even with dealing with deceiving men, he got abortion clinics because he's anti-life. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. You guys are speaking evil of us, for bringing out the scriptures, right? When we bring out the scriptures, everything show you that what we're bringing out is righteous. And everything this man is doing in his society is unrighteous. This is why we're crying out, like it says in Ezekiel 9 and 4. All right? Because everything that we have to live in, all right, is all a form of oppression and affliction.
Yep. It said, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness.
And this is what you brought this out. And of course, brothers are always bringing this out, that Esau, he's Cain in the reincarnation.
Yep.
Right? And so this was Genesis chapter 4, and this is speaking of Cain, but jumping to the point, it says verse 11. Well, actually, I'm going to read 10 into 11. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. Because, of course, Cain slew his brother Abel. Murder, right? He murdered him. Right? So it says, and thou, he says, and he said, okay, I read that already. So like verse 11, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. Verse 12, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Oh, that's perfect. Because even our land is like that.
Yep.
I know the term they call it when they put trees and grass in our land. It's called it's been a while since I mentioned it. But it's a process. Go ahead. But it's a process where they actually have to put trees and grass from other countries in the land of Israel because it won't yield. Nothing hardly grows there because the people not in the land, showing the Lord made that land special.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why, like, when you see everywhere they go, they're actually looking for resources. And they taking the resources back to their land, or they stripping it. They're staying in the land and they stripping it until, it's no more. There's a scripture at, Proverbs, it talks about the horse leech having 2 daughters crying, give, give. When you look at the horse leech, it's a bloodsucker and it's a parasite. It latches on and it continues to take, which we know the scriptures say the life force is the blood. It continues to draw until it pretty much has killed the host. And then it moves on. So and that's what you see, especially these Amalekites, everywhere they've gone, as we talked about, they've gone in many countries, over 100 plus countries, and they've taken resources and then they've brought all types of forms of wickedness along with them to the point where the people get angry and work to kick them out. And then they go to another place. Go.
They bring their bullshit democracy. All right, which is nothing but a lie. All right, if you ever notice what they always say is, we want to give the land back to the people. Let them do a vote. All right, but just like they vote, don't count them other countries, ours don't count Haiti. All right, it's already decided. They've already set it a round table, man. What's that scripture that said they take crafty counsel?
Mm-hmm.
All right, they've already decided what's going to happen, man. All right, but what like the brother going into, man, they have no resources, man. All right, they have nothing. They borrow from every other country. And when they're not borrowing from it, they take it from it.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank period, man. They're the bully of the earth, man. You know? You got to appreciate it.
Somebody has something. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. We read, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why you see Jake in the state that he's in. Not just Jake, the whole world. The whole world is now mourning.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it used to be just the Israelites, man. We were the ones couldn't get our foot up, couldn't make it, everything was hard. Now the Lord letting the whole earth mourn, man.
Yep.
Because the righteousness is not in rule, man. When we come into our rulership, man, hey, this gonna be a joyous place to be, bro.
And quiet.
This gonna be the best place you've ever seen, man.
Yep.
Because we're gonna rule in righteousness, man. All right, which means people gonna get fair shots, fair turns. All right, except for you heathens, man. You know, you're going into slavery. But hey, our people, we're gonna be judged fairly. All right, you're gonna be able to live fairly. You're gonna be able to have peace. All right, our people have not known an inkling of peace, man, since we fit on on this land over here. Man. We have not known peace, man. We have not known to be able to enjoy our children, as the scripture says, man. All right, we have not known to be able to leave our house and not have to worry. You know, we're going to make it back home, man. All right, the Lord's going to give us that sound mind, man. All right, none of us know true peace. No matter how much meditating you've done, tranquility you've had, the Lord is going to give us peace, as the scripture says.
I got a precept.
You know?
Precept.
And to back up the statement he mentioned as well, you know, even the heathen, eventually through their slavery, their captivity, they're gonna receive their land. You know, and then they'll be happy that we are ruling eventually. Because as it tells us in Isaiah 2, they're gonna be like, "Come ye, let's walk into the house of the Lord," where they will teach us His ways. You know,
Yep.
bringing their substance, you know, unto us. You know, their daughters, the riches, their sons, the servants.
Yep.
And they're going to be happy to do so because they're going to benefit.
Just to back you up, Kanak, this is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest."
And Jake too comfortable here, man.
Yep.
You know, Jake get him a little high rise downtown, driving a little Benz. You know, find him a little Edomite woman. Jake think he ain't have it, man. All right? This place is not our rest, man. All right? We take it too easy here. Jake too happy to be in captivity, man. All right? These niggas is happy. Get these niggas a bag of Flavor Hots, all right, a blunt, and a PlayStation. These niggas is heaven, man. All right? Getting up every day going to work for this devil, you know, cashing your check and having nothing left after you cash it.
Losing a third of it before you even get it.
Yeah, he's taking $200, $300 in Social Security, you know, and 75% of us ain't even going to, you know, 75% of the check ain't even making it like this. You know, like the scripture says, a bag full of holes, man.
Yep.
Somebody
You know?
Hosea 1:6.
And that's the life that we living in, man. This place not our rest, man. You know? The only, you know, I do take that, I have to retract on something. The only peace we do get is around the brothers, man. You know, I just want to state that, you know, the brotherhood is very important, man. All right? When I ride up and see the brothers getting out, I'm smiling. This is the highlight of my week, bro. So that be the only little piece we get, man. You know? Go ahead, get that for me. Bag full of hoes.
I got it.
Go ahead, pull it out.
Grab it. Right. This is Haggai, chapter 1, and verse 6. It says, "He hath sown much."
Right, we going to work, working 40 hours, man. Hey, the elder Osh did research. for every dollar that American makes, the CEO's making $300 something. For every dollar that we make, he's making $300 something. All right, just think of that, man. But you think you somebody in the company.
You'll never catch that. You can never catch that.
We will never catch up.
And then that's per person.
That's per person, right? I mean, you work in the industry like I work here, you see it, man.
Yeah.
You know, you bring it in a skid with 300, 400 pallets worth of food, 60 cases per case, and then you go to the grocery store, you see what they selling it for. We'll never catch up to
Yep.
this stuff.
Yeah, that's what the scriptures talk about, the crumbs from the master's table.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're getting the very, very minimum of, and we actually are inheritors through the Spirit of Yahweh, through His Son Yahweh Shai, inheritors of the whole earth, the whole world. You know, and so that in itself should give us a mindset that we shouldn't be satisfied with anything that we
Right.
receive on this side of the earth. You know, on this side of wickedness. You know, under this devil. Can we finish that off?
Haggai 1 and 6, it says, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
And the nourishment of the food, like the food, which we went back into, right? Brother was going into, you know, that we have land Sabbaths under righteousness. You know, you let the earth go 6 years, the 7th year, let it produce its fruit, and then on the 7th year you let it rest. You know, that allow for the ground and things to replenish itself, the nutrients and everything to help keep things afloat. You know, and so the land Sabbath is not even being raised here. We just read in Cain how, you know, it's not going to give its increase, you know, its strength. And so now you eat. Actually, we did like a quick little research, you know, and we read like how you could eat one orange, and how one orange is equivalent in the 50s to like almost like 50 to 30 oranges today. So, and you can look it up, you know, the numbers, I forget, but I know it's like several different, you know, amount of oranges that you have to eat just to get the equivalent of one orange. Yeah, about 50, 60 oranges. So how much more everything else? So then you're eating, and then the food, eating our defiled bread amongst the Gentiles. So then we're eating these foods. A lot of stuff is processed, loaded, pesticides, you know, and then so
Bioengineered.
You know. So then we're not getting the nourishment that we will actually need from the food. You know, because again, how they're processing things. You know, this is why what's in the earth language. You know, and it's getting weaker with age.
Brother, like I always figured out, that we was kids, man, and we could survive all day off a couple of the water hose and one good sandwich.
Yep.
And we could play from the sun up to sundown, man. You know? Yeah. Take what you get out the water hose. It was just meat, yeah.
No, it's probably your lunch meat with some fucking government cheese.
Yeah,
Oh man, yeah.
Fucked up ass white wheat bread.
Yeah, but it was sustained us though. But because it wasn't so much artificial things put into the food deal. You know?
And the main thing about that, if everybody know like food's supposed to have like vitamin C and different structured fiber and shit, forget about nitric oxide. See, the reason why it's a reason why the Lord tells us to do until the land or let the land rest the way He does in His law He gave us. Nitric oxide is important for the body.
Yeah.
You look up the health benefits, like you have a thing called NO-fury or nitric oxide. Got brothers that work out, you know, because why? You take the nitric oxide, pump longer, last longer. So imagine how the fruits and vegetables, the things we ate, all the energy it gave you. When you're getting that nitric oxide from that said fruits and veggies, you know what I'm saying? Now you're not getting that.
And
that's why the straight hormones.
And blood flow.
Yeah, blood flow, yeah. But that's the thing, because strong blood flow gives you a lot of energy. You know? And that's the reason why the straight hormones, that fertilizer coming out of there is so important because it has the richest nitric oxide in that fertilizer. That's why it's so important. And the world thrives off that. Not just the fucking oil. There's other things coming straight to the millions. You know? But the farmers globally are suffering because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's affecting the global markets. You got the farmers scared because they don't look to a last harvest, even this season. A lot of them are scared, a lot of them closed down, bought out. You got elites buying them up. You know, you got a lot of committing suicide.
Well, you got to add too. That's on top of them voting away over half of their workforce.
Well, Trump.
Yeah.
He bought beef from Argentina versus beef from you cattle farmers in America. So the very president, a lot of these farmers, they got Trump 2020
28. Oh, when he was elected.
It's called, yeah, we re-elected.
Yeah.
They still got them signs. You go like,
Yeah.
You know, I take the back roads and I'm in the truck and shit sometimes, certain routes. And you got the big ass Trump flag, with the little red, white, and blue and shit. So the same guy you voted for and wanted to be in office to rule over you, he's the one that's flipping you Edomite farmers. All right?
You finish that off, man. Let's get the phone.
I can have this.
Not yet, but he's finishing it and running that too.
I appreciate it.
Finish that one off.
This is, back in Haggai chapter 1 verse 6 says, I'll start from the top too. Ye have sown much and brought little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages, but he put into a bag of others.
That's what I was going into. That's what I was going into, man. You know, you work all week. You got to pay rent, man. You got to pay rent. You barely make it for the next 2 weeks. Now you got to go to the grocery store. You barely make it. I got brother going to look at the cattle. All right, the cattle feed is so high they can't afford to feed animals. All right, so I was in this prior saying our feed went up like $400 than it was last year. So they can't afford to feed cattle just like people having a hard time feeding their families. All right? The price of chicken wings ain't the same as it was 2 years ago. You know? The price of beef, lamb or whatever is the same as it was. Now you got to budget it all out. You still don't have enough. Good, huh?
Sirach 33, and starting at 21. It says, the bread of the needy is their life. He that defrauded him thereof is a man of blood. Because, going to the, Haggai 1 and 6, you earn the wages, it says you earn the wages, you put them in the bag and hold, right? Well, that's because your purchasing power have dwindled. Your purchasing power have dwindled because what you have going on is a thing called inflation. Your purchasing power don't hold, like brother going to the same value as it once did. That's why you spend so much money, but you don't bring out so many goods from the market stores, man. That's because of the devaluing of the dollar. Which is it's all fitting prophecy because why? We know that once the dollar crashes, MOTB is on deck. Right? Hence you have the rapid building of the data centers. It says, verse 22, he that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defrauded the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder. And that's so easy to so white. All right, here it is. They're giving money to Ukraine and to the state of Israel, which are both Amalekites of the house of Esau, Edom. But here it is, you average Americans, all right, are losing your jobs. A lot of you becoming homeless. All right, he's taking away your retirement. He's taking away your unemployment, making it hard for you to even try to get even SNAP benefits. But yet he's giving out billions upon billions to the tiny tops, to the small hatters, man. The 1948ers is getting all that, all you hard earned American taxpayer dollars are going to foreign countries.
Mm-hmm.
But yet they would have you think that the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, which are the true Israelites, that we're the problem. And it's your own government is the problem. We can't give out billions of dollars to the state of Israel or Ukraine. We can't create these so-called terrorist groups and fund them, use them as puppet leaders in these countries that been overthrown by NATO and the EU, led by those tiny tops.
Mm-hmm.
So your own government is selling you out. What's that? Ecclesiastes 10?
14.
Yeah, somebody will grab that.
He that is evil to himself.
Huh?
He that is evil to himself.
Well, grab that too. And,
Okay.
yeah, grab that too. And woe to you, O land, when your king is a child, roughly perfect. Ecclesiastes. Yeah, grab that, Barbara.
Okay.
Oh,
This is Sirach chapter 14 and verse 5. And it reads, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods.
yes, he that is evil to himself, to whom should he be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he's evil to himself, that lets you know right there he don't care about his own people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it says the government of a prudent man, right? Grab that real quick. It's well ordered. Yeah, I can roughly paraphrase. Yeah, come on.
What is it?
You know, it's the Sirach 10. Yeah, the grab it. I'm kind of pushing it.
Is it
Like about the second verse. Yeah.
Wait, oh, okay. Yeah, so you want Ecclesiastes 10
Yeah, about the
and
second verse.
16?
Oh, I got it. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people.
Yeah, wise judge instruct his people. The man you got in office is the fucking child.
Mm-hmm.
He's incompetent. You got fuck all you fucking tiny tops are incompetent.
Yep.
All y'all are base of men, man. You know? The Lord put a base man in the ruling seat. And as a result, you see what's going on. Go ahead.
And the government of a prudent man.
Prudent means wise. So you have the wisdom of how to do wickedness. And it says what? The knowledge of wickedness is not prudent. You know? Go ahead.
Is well ordered.
Well ordered. You got fucking homeless veterans out here, man. The scripture speak about a man of war suffering poverty.
Mm-hmm.
See what you come to find out, the so-called white man, which is Esau Edom, all right, he's the one that's destroying his own society.
Yep.
It says that the vile person shall no more be called liberal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's Isaiah 32. All right? That's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Us Israelites is not the problem. We telling you what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the answer to that problem. How you solve that problem is by putting the righteous ruler, all right, in the ruler seat, which is who? Yahweh Shai and the elect, all right, of the nation, the true nation of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
which are the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American people. Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, as the judge of the people is himself.
You got base man, wicked. You see wickedness at an all-time high because why? The wicked seed that's in the earth is ruling. All right? It says the earth is exceedingly polluted in the wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, all their hurtful works are fulfilled, man. See, the evil already been sown, but the judgment ain't came yet because everything is based on the Most High's watch.
Mm-hmm.
All right? It says what the said measure don't move until he moves it, roughly paraphrasing, but
God.
that's the Most High. Everything acts according to his will. You know? The Most High is the one that appoint the bounds of a kingdom. It said he set up one to put down another.
You want it?
Yeah, you can grab it.
Okay. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. And it reads, this matter is by decree of the watchers, and they demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will and setteth up over it the basis of men.
Yeah, which is the Edomites. The Most High Yahweh ruled in the kingdom of men. And he put the base of men that were created, which is the Edomites, in the ruling seat. This man don't know how to govern this fucking house, let alone a fucking country. It says when First Maccabees, the first chapter, when the Edomites came into power, they ruled as the Greeks. When they pushed the real Japhetic people out, they ruled as the Greeks, right? It said that the evils ruling the earth, man.
Yep.
You know. So you have it where the Edomites was put back into power during the Renaissance period, and then guess what? You mentioned deceit earlier, right? How you got this riches by deceit, right? It says in Revelation 20 that's why they should go out and deceive the nations. You know?
Yeah. I'll say he can't even govern himself. That's why in the same scripture, where he's called the base man, it also calls him vile. So he cannot govern himself.
Real quick. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 8. It says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
Yep.
There you go, man. That's why all the wicked prosper in this world. What it says in Psalms 73, I was foolish when I envious of the ain't no reason to envy these devils, man. These devils, they on their way out of power, man. They're about to be destroyed, man. They're going to slavery for 1,000 years. So you need to be like these Edomites, man. The worst thing on earth you can be is a fucking Edomite, man. Yeah, you can be a fucking Ishmaelite, Moabite, Hamite, but one thing you don't want to be is a fucking Edomite.
Yep. So that's he gonna have continual employment.
The harshest judgment.
Psalm 73, verse 3. For I was envious of the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are
because we right now we still witnessing the prosperity of the wicked right now. Like the brothers were going into earlier, they prosper off of Jake, his work. They make $300 to their $1. So shit, they get all the lion's share, right? Overwhelmingly, you know. You can barely pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? You can barely pay your goddamn bills. Even his own people, they the ones really losing out real bad right now. Jake is kind of, on the height. If you see a homeless Jake, man, you know it's expected. You're on the bottom.
Yep.
You know?
Precept.
Right?
It says, for there are no bands in their depth, and their strength is firm. They are not
because they in the ruling seat. You know, they got the control of the world's wealth. Beginning with Amalek. You know.
They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
They're not in trouble as other men. Look at what's going on right now.
Yep.
With Dr. Falsified.
Dr. Falsified.
Yeah, Dr. Falsified. Here it is. This man murdered millions, man. All right. And guess what? He's not held accountable. So that proves they're not in trouble as other men. Oh, the Epstein files, who've been brought on charges for the pedophilia going on in this society. Child sacrifice. You know? The molestation of children on islands and shit. Because only the island that Epstein, called Epstein Island, that's the only one that was revealed, but we know there's others. Shit, the Bohemian Grove.
Yep.
A lot of them kids that was out there, they became TV stars and shit, they all fucked up. That's what you've done to them as kids. And their parents just as wicked because they gave their children over to some strangers.
Yep.
You know?
Therefore, pride compassed them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment.
Yeah, and it says Obadiah what? It says what? The pride of thine heart had deceived thee, down that the dwellers with the steps of the rock, Caucasians. Because why? Esau's a proud man. You know? He think he's never coming down out of power.
Yep.
You know?
It says in Ecclesiastes, the 8th chapter, for sentence against an evil work. As a matter of fact, I'm going to grab it right here since I'm right here. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 in verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. You know, and that's why Esau Edom going into landing back on taking about pride. You know, the type of pride that Esau Edom had. You know, because Yahweh Shai hasn't judged him on a grand level yet, man. You know, that's why he believes that he can still get away with all this evil and wickedness that he's doing.
Well, what it says in Genesis 4, it says you're going to be a fugitive in the vagabond in the earth. So that proves again that he's, Cain the reincarnation, which is Esau. We got a little more on that.
Okay. It says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish.
Yeah, their eyes stand out with fatness. All right. That's why it says in Micah 2 and 2, it says they cover fields and take them by violence. They want other people. They want other nations' possessions, which is cool if you do it a righteous way. But what the so-called white man does is he do it by what? Via his blessing of the sword. Starts off with his meteor sword. They're bitter words, right? Psalm 64 or 62 goes into that. So they're bitter words, demonize the character of those clusters leaders, right? And then what else? He comes in with his military because he already painted this leader as an evil dictator. The same old fucking playbook, not the whole world is following to. Even the military, like, man, we ain't going to these continuous wars no more. So even your fucking military personnel is protesting against you, right? Go ahead.
Yep. They are corrupt.
They are corrupt
and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
This whole government corrupt. The American government is corrupt. This whole system is corrupt. Jake looking to get a fucking fair treatment. This whole system is corrupt, man. Yeah, man. You're looking to get some kind of pleasantries from the so-called white man, which, hey, he's a corrupt man. Go ahead.
Yep. They speak lawfully.
Yeah, speak proudly, right? So what about slavery, right? So what about your ancestors winning the slave ships, right? So what, your ancestors got their land stolen from them by force of the sword and through chemical warfare, right? So what about that, right? Get over it, right? So you get over the fucking shit you going through right now. So you don't care about no homeless Edomites.
They said that you're in a better state that they've taken over and have come into the rulership. That they're doing better service than you would have done for yourself.
That's not true. First of all, we're the Israelites. Let's start there. Everything we put for our hands to do becomes something that's beneficial to society. Look at when you put our people in slavery, right? Everything that benefits society came from what? Inventions of the slaves.
They made no account of our labors.
I was thinking that.
Yep.
This was Psalm 5. You know? And now that's why you're mad. Because it says what? Then should a righteous man stand in boldness before the face of such as has afflicted him. And now we're bringing up the shit that our people created for you to prosper off of, being that what? If you're a slave, you don't own those patents. Your slave master owns those patents.
They set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walking through the earth.
Yeah. You set your mouth against the Most High, His Son, and His people. All right. You had like the Son didn't know what He was doing when He had the Son create everything. We spoke about some of those things earlier. So the Lord's creation is good. All right, like it says in what's that? Sirach 20. Is that Sirach 20 or 30?
He governed the world.
36.
He governed the world.
No. Where it says all these are righteous. All these things are good for the righteous. Where it speaks about salt, honey, iron.
Oh, that's 39.
39. Yeah, 39, 26.
While he's getting that, like you had Gates speak of saying that they don't need trees. And then you even had Harari also talk about like they can create their own water. They don't need the Most High. So these are things that they speak, you know, against the Heavenly Father and His creation.
You got those groups over there trying to create their own son. You know?
Yeah.
But the scripture says, I made men upright and sought out many of them. You know?
Yeah.
Hold in Exodus 15.
Yeah, what,
God that partakers of God.
he said he can make his own water. Well, let the water that he's made of dry up and see what happens. You want that now?
Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 26, and it reads, "The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing."
Keep reading.
It says, all these things are for good to the godly. So,
godly is the Israelites. Okay? In particular, you know, the elect that was with Yahweh at the beginning of creation. Right? Go ahead.
says, so to the sinners they are turned into evil.
So to the sinners, right, the wicked, they are turned into evil.
That's Isaiah 5 and 20.
Yeah. That's why the brother mentioned earlier, you know, GMO foods. Oh, you got you got to buy your clothes from him. Going to the curses where you should go to him in one of all things, right? So your clothing got mixed fabrics, all kind of shit that go against your ride. You know what I mean? Fuck with your neural system.
And their clothing has frequencies too.
Yeah.
Just like music.
Psalm 73 and verse 10. Therefore his people return hither, and the water of a full cup is brought unto them. And they say, how doeth the Most High know?
Yeah, because they getting everything coming through. They're robbing and afflicting the poor. The poor is Israelites, the women. But even other nations, they're afflicting them too. Rob them of everything. And they say, what? How the Most High know? It says in Isaiah, what? Woe to you who seek the high counsel from the Lord. And if these are done in the dark, you say, who seeth us? Yeah. How about Shem Yahweh see you, Esau? That's why your whole little WEF, World Economic Forum, when you go to Davos every year, that shit been exposed, man, years ago.
Precept.
The Lord brought that out through the apostles years ago. You know?
Yeah, it says, and is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches.
These are the ungodly that prosper in the world. Who was that? That's the 1948ers. They own everything, lock, stock, and barrel.
Yep.
You look at who owns America. Who set up America? You know who was the main ones that were getting rich. All right, off the transatlantic slave trade. Who started the insurance companies? Amalek started that shit, putting bonds on the slaves.
Yep. I'm gonna say, speaking of the transatlantic slave trade, remember the UN just had that vote on what was the worst atrocity, and they said it was the transatlantic slave trade, and there should be reparations for it. Well, who voted against it? The state of Israel, United States, and Argentina. All of those are run by Amalek.
I'm shocked Ukraine went in there.
Yeah. Well, they were probably ones that abstained. Okay, but even still, all of those were Amalek, and they told on themselves because was it Daniel 9 says, no nation under the whole heaven have suffered what Jerusalem has suffered. So you just told on yourself.
Let me
giveaway.
Let me jump down real quick and finish this off. This is 16. Says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. Then understood I therein.
The scriptures. You understood the Lord's word. The Lord said He would be a little sanctuary to us, right? Part of a little sanctuary is that He would give us this knowledge. It says what? In the land of their captivity, they should remember themselves. That's remembering the Most High, His Son, remembering this knowledge. It says what? And I will put you in remembrance though you once knew this, right?
Yeah. His name.
Yeah. That's
Most
why I said
important.
The Most High name, the Son name, us being Israelites. Hosea 1 and 10. It's not even ready. I'm about to shot.
I got it. 1 and 10. Hosea 1 and 10. And it reads, yet the number of the children of Israel should be as the sand of the sea.
Sand of the sea. Go ahead.
Let me start from the top again. It says, Hosea 1 and 10 says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
That's how we know that we the sons of the living Father. You know?
Yeah.
No heathen nations.
No, because I was saying, you know, you brought up earlier in the land of our captivities, we're going to remember ourselves. Okay? They said they always know who they were.
God. Oh, Jeremiah 17:4.
Yep.
Jeremiah 17:4. That cuts them.
You want it?
And also Psalms 83 cuts that.
Yep.
Cuts that bullshit they told. Yeah.
All right, it's Jeremiah 17:4. It says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Right. So the Lord said through Jeremiah that we would discontinue from our heritage. Us normally Israelites.
No, I'm saying that's how you know that was a prophecy.
Yep.
Jeremiah knew who he was. We knew who we were in the Egyptian captivity. We knew who we were in the Assyrian captivity. We knew who we were in the Medo-Persian captivity. We knew who we were in the Babylonian captivity, as well as the Greeks and the Romans.
And beginning of this one too.
And beginning of this one. So the thing is, you know, when he said I would discontinue you from your heritage, this is where it started. And then it started to come back in the late 1960s.
Yeah. You know what proves that too? When they came over here, right, they had Hebrew translators.
Yeah.
You know, which they was Southern Kingdom Israelites. Whether they be the typical looking Israelites and speckled birds too, because the lead Hebrew interpreter or translator, he spoke his name Luis de Torres. He spoke Hebrew, Aramaic, Latin, all that. And he was the head translator. So if you didn't fucking know or we know we Israelites, and you fucking telling us that we ain't the people, well, how come history speaks against you?
Yep.
Why you need Hebrew translators for so-called Native Americans and so-called Hispanics that you call us today? They were already on this side of the world.
And then
And it says,
the relics were already here too.
yeah, then James Adair said what? The customs of these people, the language that they said the customs are what? The ancient Israelite customs. And he said what? The language is what? So, he said Shemitic, which is what? And he said the ancient Paleo-Hebrew.
Precept.
And that's why you have the relics that was found in what? The ancient Paleo-Hebrew.
The Los Lunas stone, the ones they just found in Puerto Rico. Yep.
The Ten Commandments.
Yep.
You had, because what you find out is you had the Ten Commandments written in Paleo-Hebrew, found in several places.
Yeah.
Many places.
Oh, speaking of the Ten Commandments, the movie. Look at the old, you know how the posters they used to have for the old movies? It's written in Paleo-Hebrew with Charlton Heston on it. He played Moses. It's written in the Paleo-Hebrew.
And that cuts the tiny top.
Yeah.
Because if you say right, if you say you the people right, and you say you, and they always say they know Ben Nevi, Ben Yudah, Ben Benjamin, bullshit, yeah, right. Well, first of all, the Southern Kingdom wouldn't know the Syrian dialect.
Nope.
Only us northern tribes would know that.
Yep.
And we still written things in Paleo. Just cutting yourself.
Yep.
What we at?
I got a precept.
Who was reading?
So whoever.
Go ahead.
This is Baruch 2:29. If ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. And this
That's
is
a curse that happened to us, man. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. The Lord said he would scatter us among all nations. And this is why the gospel had to be preached among all nations. To all nations. So why? The words of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is going to draw out, all right, the Israelites, the elect Israelites out of these nations. That's why you got brothers popping up everywhere, man. Teaching in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, calling them names, right? And teaching the same doctrine. Okay, go ahead.
This is verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
You should remember what? That we are sons of the living power. Go ahead.
Verse 31. And shall know that I am the Lord their power. For I give them an heart and an ears to hear.
Mine.
Well, yeah, you said it already, mine.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
Right, so it says what? It should praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. So that proves that we going to know the name of our power. So you guys are going to teach the names, Yahweh Shah, you going off, man. It said in Exodus 3 that what? That name would be a memorial to us to all generations, man. You know? So that's a cut, man. You guys are gonna put your names, man. You're not. Matter of fact, grab Sirach 17 and 10. It said we're gonna read it again, Baba Shah, while they getting there.
Time. This is Baruch, verse 2. Chapter 2, verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
Yeah, that's why we say what? When we open up videos, or how his headers, we say all praise and glory be unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, and we say Ba'ashim Kakadash, the Holy Spirit, right? So we're proving, all right, the scriptures is talking about us. Go ahead. They don't praise those names.
And think
Even the
upon my
man
name.
that the brother mentioned, the Lost Bone Stone or Decalogue Stone, he said what? When you watch the old video, he said, look, that's the name of the Hebrew God. He said Yahweh. He said it perfectly too. You remember watch that video? He said, here it is. It's God, the Ha, Wah, the Ha. He said, nectar right here, so that means compound. He says Yahweh. He said Yahweh. That's the Hebrew God. That's the God of the Hebrews, which is the Hebrew Israelites. Right. Cut to the heart, man. Then you have videos like Bishop Nate. He went out there with the video he did. I think it was late 90s, early 2000s, where he broke down the names. Perfect. It was beautiful how he broke it down. But now, he teaches his congregations not to even teach those names. Most High in Christ bless is crazy. You raised hearing that bullshit. There's all kind of false doctrines out here, man. Go ahead. Who that's Sirach 17:10? Okay. Read it. You read yours next, huh?
Sirach chapter 17, verse 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name.
And the elect shall praise his holy name, right? You see? It said they're going to praise his holy name, right? So the elect is what? The elect of the nation of Israel. The Israel of the Most High. It said we're going to praise his holy name. That's why we know, first of all, ain't nothing holy about the word God or Jesus. When you say Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah? Now it says it's power in there because the prologue of Sirach says what? That the scriptures, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, don't have the same force when spoken in another language.
Mm-hmm.
Like it does when it's spoken in the original tongue. So how much more the names of the Most High and the Son?
Mm-hmm.
Which again is Yahweh by Yahweh Shah.
Mm-hmm.
And it says what? The small hats, right? Small hats, they don't even say the names. Because why? The name of the Most High is dropped among the heathen.
God. Yeah.
Can nobody else say that about their God? Because their gods don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
See, only Yahweh Shah exists, man.
Mm-hmm.
Them names are powerful, man. When you praying those names, things happen.
Let me grab it. It's the prelude in the Sirach, Ecclesiasticus. It says, for the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Why you think you go into Acts, right? When Paul spoke in the Hebrew, the crowd went silent. The congregation went silent. Because that's the pure tongue, the pure language. The Lord said he would turn to us unto the what? The pure language. Also, he said what? The 5 cities to speak the language of Canaan. The Canaanites spoke the Hebrew.
When Yahushua approached Paul, he spoke in the Hebrew tongue.
The Hebrew tongue. There you
Con.
go. He
Con.
said it twice in Acts, like 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
So that proves that the Hebrew was powerful. The ancient Paleo Hebrew. You know? Go ahead.
Have not the same force in them, and not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets and the rest of the books
See?
have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language.
And that's why we was taught what? To go back to the original language. Whether it be you're going to the Hebrew, you're going to the Greek, right? We're talking go into the original language, all the way back to the Hebrew. That's why. Through translation, it can mean something else.
Yep.
So you gotta go to the source. That's a part of what? Studying to show thyself approved. You know? A workman need not be, you know. A workman need not be ashamed. I need to bind the word of truth, man. Paraphrasing, man. All right, you got somebody?
I got a quick one.
No.
All right, this is Proverbs 30 and 4. It says, who have ascended unto the heaven, or descended? Who have gathered the wind in his fist? Who have bound the waters in a garment? Who have established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou can tell us?
Right. Even when our people come up to the camps, right? And you know what I'm saying? They see the sign, right? The 12 chart sign. They say we Israelites, right? Well, they ask you what's the name of our God. What you gonna tell them? You know, Jake gonna have questions. They gonna inquire.
Yep.
And the average Jake now, when you ask them what's the name of the Most High, they guessing already.
Yep.
And if they say the wrong thing, you correct them, right? You know, his name is, the Most High name is Yahweh, his son name is Yahushua. You break down the names to him. Real quick.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. The name of Yahweh, Yahushua, is a strong tower.
Oh, man.
The righteous run into it and is safe.
So Jacob's time of trouble is upon us, right? The name of the Lord is a strong tower, right? Righteous run into it is safe, right? You look at what was an ancient tower made for, right? It was a defense fortress, right? You look at any ancient movie about a tower. That tower was strong. It was hard to get through that tower. Usually they didn't get through it because the walls of it was so thick and deep, man. As far as how they built it, you know.
Precept.
So the name of the Lord, right, is a strong tower. When you out here surviving in Jacob's time of trouble, who you gonna call on? That's why it's imperative to push those names, man.
Yep.
You know, it says neither is there salvation in any other. Go ahead, read it.
This is Acts 4 and 12. It says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
See, there you go, man.
Con.
See, if you deny the names, right, they're basically saying that you can call Most High and the Son anything. Well, I guess the wacky tacky Christians can make it too.
Is that JC name? When you go into the translation of it, GJE, meaning pig.
Earth pig.
And earth pig. That's Latin for earth pig. G meaning earth, and sus meaning pig. Yeah.
Ain't no J in the Hebrew. It came around 1524 by an Italian grammar teacher named John Trissino. So where did that J come from? Oh, you going to the Latin, right? Or Greek is Jesus. But the Lord didn't speak Greek.
Nope.
He spoke the Hebrew.
Yep.
And if you got a name, right? You got a name. That's so disrespectful. Like I even correct my, I got a bad tribe, but I correct her when she try to call my slave name and shit wrong. Like, no, my name is this. Don't fucking call me nothing else. Because people put their own little, so your name is, no, my name is this.
Proper pronouns don't translate.
Yeah.
Precept.
Say my name Robert, right? I don't give a fuck you speak in Spanish, you say Roberto, nigga, my name is Robert. Nigga, don't put no O on it. My mom and father didn't give me that when I was born. My parents give me the name Robert, that's my fucking, oh, Roberto. Or my name is Michael, Miguel. No, nigga, my name is Michael. Nope.
Right, because in any language, anywhere you go, France, you know, Mandarin, you know, your name is going to be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can see it like on, you know, like when you watch the different, and they speak the different languages, and you can see the news.
For example, when they're reporting on the Olympics
Yeah.
in the other languages, they're going to call those athletes by their given name.
Michael Jordan.
Yep,
You know.
exactly.
It was something about like that tower. You know, he says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. You know, when you think of a tower, you know, it sits high, right? And then what they say, you know, the enemy will come as like a flood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he comes as a flood, you're gonna want to get to high ground.
High ground,
right?
con.
And what would that be? The name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Or in times of war, right? High ground. You look at like current war, right? Iranians, they countries along the mountains,
Yep.
so they have the high ground. Then the desert surrounds them, and they got fucking shit in the underground, under the sand and shit.
Yeah.
They can't locate their missiles and shit. You know what I'm saying? They got the upper hand in this war right now. That's why they're talking about what? A nuclear war, right?
Yep.
We'll switch the gears a little bit. You know, they talking about nuclear war right now. Why are they talking about nuclear war? Because it's biblical prophecy.
Yep.
You got the naysayers out here, right? I seen a news clip and a couple of political analysts talking about, I don't think it would ever happen. Basically in denial, right? Somebody grab Isaiah 55. And then,
I got Revelation.
grab Revelation 11:14.
I got that already. Yep.
Yup, and my whole Joel 3.
I get Joel too.
This Isaiah.
Isaiah 9 and 5.
It's Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11.
Hold on, grab Isaiah 55. Oh, you got that?
Yeah.
It's like,
Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
right, so the Lord gave the word, right? And he gave the word to the prophets, and the prophets went out and foretold it, right? To the people, first being the Israelites, then the other nations as well. That's going to happen, right? It ain't going to return to him void or empty or none effect, man. So the Lord, what he gave to John the Revelator, even, all right, the prophecy of World War III, all right? You got that Revelation 11?
Yep.
14?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14, and it reads, "The second woe is past,
Second World War is past.
and behold, the third woe cometh quickly."
Right, so we already had the World War I, II, now we in the midst of 3. Why do you think this war is so talked about more than others, right? Because the threat of nuclear war scares the people. Like what's going on right now, they had it where Bibi was trying to convince Trump, all right, that we may have to nuke Iran, but guess what? That's going to bring in other players. Now the Lord going to bring out, like what it says Isaiah 13, the Lord of hosts, or Yahweh mustered the host of the battle. Host represents armies when you look up the word host.
Yep.
So the Lord is gathering these armies. Isaiah 34. The Lord is gathering the nations to judge it. So World War III, prophecy, it's prophecy. All right, Isaiah 34:16 said what? None of these should fail.
Yeah, let me grab that 13. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 4. It says, "The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations."
Right. Why do you think all these missile tests, right? Naval drills, testing all the arsenal, right? That's why it's gonna be a big ass clash of the nations, man. The war's gonna cause this great war, World War III, to take place. Go ahead.
The kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts.
Oh, the nations gathered together. You can't stop that. Go ahead.
The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Right. The Most High Yahweh. He's a man of war. He's the one that's gathering the nations for war. Somebody grab that Joel 3.
I got it. Which start at verse 1?
No. 9, 10.
Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, okay. Joel chapter 3 and verse 9 says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war be drawn near.
Yeah, so it says prepare war, wake up the mighty men. What do you see the nations doing? Preparing for war. They making sure that the fighter planes, right? The war crafts, which are the angels of Esau, right? They make sure these motherfuckers can fly, right? Why? They're gonna get busy. You know? Air Force is important to militaries because it covers a lot of ground. It don't need a lot of military personnel to do that.
Remember, they went a step above with the Space Force.
Oh yeah, the Space Force, because why? The angels gonna come.
Yep.
See, if it wasn't the angels out there, right, and the chariots wasn't out there, right, why the fuck would he create a Space Force?
Yeah. Well, Reagan said when he addressed the UN in 1987, we're going to have to put aside our differences and fight something out there.
Yep. Which second entrance, the 13th chapter speaks about that battle between the angels, all right, of the Lord and Esau's angels, man.
Yep.
Yeah, those angels.
Who said?
Go on.
No, finish that Joel. Read it again.
All right, back in Joel chapter 3, starting at verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Yep. So it says, read it again. Let you read loud. Bible shots so the president of the comment board can hear it because the traffic right behind us.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near.
And let all the men of war draw near, right? This is why we got even the draft, all right? We're speaking about the draft. We got the draft 18 to 23 or 24.
42.
Yeah, there's waves of it. There's waves of it. You're right. They're going to do it in waves. All right, we got all of them, 18, 24. All right, let's go to the next age group. On up to 42. 42, man. You in some good years still, but I don't know no 14-year-old, average 14-year-old American with a motherfucking beer belly. All right, that's ready to go to war. But hey,
a lot of people in cars. A lot of people just want to be a body in the seat. There's ways to go in. All of them gonna die. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Ooh, say wait that, bro.
Draft 2.
So you put them YNs in there. Ooh, man, I'm tired of them. Tired of them. Go ahead, man. A lot of them in cars, man. All right, when you go to switch and flame to the fire, feel to the fire, man. I got a piece of the story too.
is that more there? Is there more? There should be more in there.
It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Oh, and that's going on, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
What you have? This is the thing, right? Which you all spoke on it, right? Here it is. You got America running out of missiles. They basically depleted it because of Amalek, right? So all they got a few left, right? Very few, but they got the nukes left. That's it.
Yep.
So the missile production, can somebody Google how long does it take to create a missile? Yeah.
But now,
That's important because they don't have hold on, no sound, okay? But they don't have enough time to replenish their stockpile. You know what I'm saying?
I would say, not just that, due to also us going to war in other countries, leaving missiles, leaving weapons, leaving vehicles, leaving jets. You know, and I'm gonna say also, before
Selling it to Israel.
yeah, they knew that this was gonna happen. Before we went to war, I saw a video that they did what's called like a simulator.
Yeah.
That if we shot off missiles, we would lose by like 20 missiles. They would have 20 missiles that about to be shot all out. That was a simulator that was done. You know, as a missile count. So I think the Lord knew exactly what to do, man.
Yeah.
Read this real quick.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate it.
Says, so from the Google AI, it says, how long does it take to create a missile? It says creating a modern precision guided missile takes 18 to 24 months from the moment an order is placed to final delivery. It says complex defense systems like Tomahawk cruise missile or Patriot interceptors.
Yeah, defense missile. Right.
It says require extensive supply chains, thousands of precision parts, and rigorous safety testing.
So
Is that included? Is that included in that 18 months, the rigorous safety testing? Because you
I would
said
say,
it said to make it is one thing, to test it is another.
That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't go into like how long they tested, like they tested, you know. But as far as like getting like actually creating the missile itself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to think also, America been in what, a 20-year war now? Almost with Iraq? 15, 20 years. We've been in the world terror.
Iran, they started in 53. 03.
The world terror started.
Oh,
So
okay.
we've been in war
That was
all-
Iraq. Yeah.
So we've been in war all those times, man. Okay, we haven't taken a break to replenish anything. So not we, them, Salaki. They haven't took time to replenish anything. Man. So hey, it's going down. You know, it's going down. Like the brother said, they ain't got nothing left. So guess what? What nuclear talks are pretty entertaining.
And that's one of the reasons, you know, they thought they were going to go in Iran and say, hey, they did this back in February, talking about they can get in and out in like a few days, then it's like maybe a month, and now look at it, we're in 6 months now.
Yeah.
You know, and in the process of that, they've been winning the war, right? This is what they've been saying. They've been winning. They've been taking over. They stopped them and all, you know, and completely demolished them. But then they come amongst what is, I think it's Congress, asking for $1.5 trillion so that they can continue on. So they can continue on in the process, because the court they know that they're low on their military weapons.
Yeah, that nigga, Mr. Pete Heck said, that motherfucker got cussed out, right? And the dude asked him a real question. He said, look, we gave you money for this. You say you were winning in this last time, like you said, and you ain't brought us no success. And then, you know, use that bullshit ass excuse. You're not supporting them. They don't live in the uniform. He like, look, we gave y'all money. Y'all say y'all get the job done this much time. It ain't happen. We gave y'all more money. You say you need this much time. It ain't happen. Now we in the fight for 5 months now. Ain't no success on the ground at all. Or air.
Not including y'all never came to Congress to ask for the war.
Right.
So first off, we let you continue all this time in an illegal war. Trump can't just go to war because he want to go to war. I guess he can now. But before him, you couldn't just go to war because you wanted to go to war. You have to get your approval from Congress. They'll let you know also if this place is turning more and more into a dictatorship every day too.
Yep.
All right? You just go to war, they will impeach your ass. You know? This Obadiah chapter 5 and verse 7. All the men of our confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Yeah.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee.
Oh, look at the allies of America. They are sitting back at home. Well, they going through hell though. Yeah. Their economy is affected by this fucking war with Iran.
Yeah.
So really, you putting them in the fucking quagmire too. They ain't even directly involved. You know what I'm saying? So they like, hey, look, man, you fucking up our economy. Our people in the streets, by the tens, hundreds of thousands, protesting and shit. They gotta shoot all these shit. You know, you got people protesting about some real shit. People's lives are, in one sense, the stress of the nation. In Luke 21, people's lives are fucking affected. People have uncertainty in their minds, and here it is, you want to shoot fucking tear gas canisters on them. Rubber bullets and shit. Beating them down, just putting them in jail. Because they trust in their government, and their government have failed.
Even with the homeless. You know, they had just brought all those new, they brought a lot of new vacancy laws out. They brought so many laws out against mentally challenged people, drug users. Pretty much it was against the homeless.
Yeah.
But who put them in that position? You know, but they can't find jobs. Well, the Lord did it, but you know, he used his devil to do it. You know, put them in this position. So now that you're in this position, now you want to lock them up, man.
Yeah, and it says, read it again. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought you to the border.
It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Even to the border, right? Because when you go into Revelation 17, it's called Revelation 17. That's what I want. The Lord's going to put the spirit on your own allies to come against you, and somebody hold Jeremiah 51 too. They have to destroy you.
Well, they already actually coming against you.
Yep.
It's already being shown, but this going into destruction. But on a lighter level, they've already shown that they coming up against you. You know why? They said we're not getting involved in your wars.
Yep.
All right, we're not using our missiles in your war. All right, we're gonna sit back and see what happens.
Yeah, what's the talking point?
Yeah.
How these forever wars.
Yeah. So these countries that because like I was going to, it's not just affecting them, it's affecting the whole world. All right, they're straight up news. All right, it's affecting the whole world economy. So they're like, no, man, we ain't gonna get involved with that. You know, we gotta go up against Russia. You know, it's a lot that come with it.
Like one example is that when that war started, Trump made a statement about going and landing planes in Italy.
Yep.
And their allies, he's like, no. They said no. So then that caused the rift, between them.
And what Iran said, they said, look, Iran said anybody that's around that region that's able is going to feel their wrath.
And they did.
And look at Italy. Italy ain't far. That's across the Mediterranean.
They just bombed some stuff yesterday.
Yeah. They right there. Would it take 10 minutes for a missile to get to the land of Israel? So about what? I say about 20 minutes to get to Italy. 15, 20 minutes. Right across the Mediterranean.
And they not even using their best stuff.
Right.
The crazy part.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. I thought America was tough, man.
And what's it been for like 40 years they've been preparing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they already knew. So they've been preparing 40 years.
Yeah.
And they've been strategically saying this is what we're gonna do. And the initial attack, they went after, and even now they went after all the bases that was around, like Qatar, things like Jordan,
Saudi Arabia.
OPEC countries.
Yep.
Pretty much anything that was close to them.
Yeah.
They could give them any type of force, man.
Yep.
Hey, the Lord put a heavy mindset on them, man. Because what else did he do? They branched off all their government. Because if one branch fall, another one rises.
Yeah. They set up
Like,
in different provinces.
Yeah, provinces.
Yep.
Yeah. Like the Lord put a heavy spirit on them. Like and to be ready for this war. And not just them, we mentioned it there, but Russia said the same thing. He said after the Cold War, we went silent. We won't be silent no more. He said, while America, what did he say, paraded around, he said we restructured, man, and they're ready.
Yep.
This is ready. I got a precept for you. This is 2nd Esdras 15 to 30. It says, also the Armenians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of Assyria. Of the Assyrians. Yes, the Carmanians are who? You look up the Carmanians as ancient Persian people, right? And they was all built for war.
Yep.
They was experts in war, right? Like you look at the ancient Persian Empire, right? Medo-Persian Empire. The Persians was always known to have a large, formidable force as far as military. That's why it was thought suicide to go up against them, because they were so vast. They had many naval ships, foot soldiers. They had special cavalries. They had the immortals. They had elite. That's the elite forces. The immortals. They had elephants. You name it, man. Wild beasts they used. Right? They used that for war, man. Now you look at the Persians today, right? The brother mentioned they've been preparing for 40 years. It's been like almost 50 because when they invaded Iran through the Saddam Hussein, all right, they basically they wanted the Iranian oil then, right? And what happened? After that invasion, and then Iran was able to regain power over their country. What they did was prepare. That's what they wanted to.
Yeah.
The brother went into that. They prepared basically for a possible another invasion.
Yep.
And so that's what put the warlike spirit back into them. From Yahweh Shem Yahushua. To fulfill what? What I just read in 2nd Esdras 15 and 30.
Yep.
The Carmanians.
Yep. That's why when you said, when one fall, the other one could rise up, you got to think. Now, what really proves that is that they attacked in the same year. The same year, they took out first the Iranian's top defense minister, and then at the end of the same year, the top nuclear physicist, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
That's because they had other people in place already.
Yeah. They created it's called the Shah of Iran. Look into that. It goes into that. They invaded Iran. So they like fuck that, man. That's why I said what. Let the weak say I'm strong. Why do you think when it all came down to it, they didn't know that the Iranians already had missiles.
Yep.
They already had missiles and nuclear missiles. And then with the help of other countries that's aiding them, because they are part of the BRICS nations, by the way.
Right.
So obviously their own allies will help them out with that too. Remember when Russia was rolling out their S-400s? They were see what was going on was America got jealous because why? That bullshit ass damn missile defense system was being destroyed right now. It was failing back then.
Yep.
And what was the world state-of-the-art missile defense system? Well, first of all, Russia was giving countries S-200s and S-300s.
Yep.
They old shit. So when they unveiled their new shit, everybody like, man, I gotta have that. Let me get them S-400s. And then what America was doing, trying to sanction them and shit. Even like the NATO countries and shit, we're gonna put sanctions on y'all. Why? You trying to keep that money in your pockets, right? Or put it in your pockets. And the nation's like, no, we don't want your fucking THAAD and your Patriot system. No, we want Russia's S-400s.
Yeah.
Because why? You look at the S-400s, the capability of it, right? They so fucking big. And then with the easy transferable of warheads, turn to a nuclear warhead. Just look up S-400s and the capabilities of it. Why would I buy this? Why would I buy some liquor store fake Jordans? And I got money to go to the mall or order online the real deal. Yeah, at the end of the day, you gonna count me for the fake shit? Like get the real shit? No. I'm gonna get the real shit missile defense system. That way in time of war, I'm gonna be able to defend myself on a high level, right? Makes sense, right? Versus a THAAD or a Patriot that's failing. They can't intercept Iran's drones hardly. They missing it so bad.
Yep.
So every time they let off one of their cruise missiles, the Iranians, guess what? They hitting their target.
Yep.
You know? What? that Revelation 17, 16.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Go
ahead, bro.
It says, and they that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee.
Yeah, they that were in peace with thee,
And they that
were part of that beast system, right? See, it says in Isaiah 33, what? Woe to thee that spoilest, right? And that dealest treacherously, right? And it says at the end of that verse, what? When thou cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
John.
So the Lord is preparing you to be spoiled. Oh,
Yep, this is the book of Isaiah 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, when thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When
he
thou,
always, and the so-called white man known to deal treacherously. That's why they don't like it. Well, it says that what he had broken his covenant, and that none of that was at peace with him. He do it to everybody, not just us Israelites, he do it to other nations as well. And them nations was helping you get into power.
Yep.
And look what Nero Trump is doing. What it says in Daniel, the 7th chapter, it says he covered give me that, he was looking for stopping his fellows. Daniel 7, Daniel 8. Because it goes this way, he's speaking proudly against them, man.
Yeah, Daniel 7.
Yeah, 7:20. Bring it out, huh?
It's, Daniel chapter 7 and verse 20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows.
Yeah, whose look was more stout than his fellows. Going to that breakdown of that is him looking at his fellows or his allies proudly, speaking proudly against them. Oh, he gonna sanction his own allies because they don't want to put all their GDP into the NATO alliance. Because why? They don't see no point of it.
tariffs.
Yeah, tariffs on their goods.
Sanctions.
You know what I'm saying? Well, that's affecting you as well. Who's gonna buy your fucking goods? All these countries don't have the shit that you can buy in the store here in America. Most of these countries don't got that. They don't allow that shit in their countries. Who's buying your soybeans? China? That's it. Your main fucking buyer is China. Them goddamn Down syndrome people over there. They won't want to buy your fucking soybeans, man. Because why? They got matter of fact, let's go come back there. Grab us 15. What's about verse 50? Thou art partakers. Thou art partakers. I think it's wrong. Pull out. Let's put this wrong.
Might be at the top of 16.
It's called going to down. Hold on. So this down here.
Why get that?
Yeah, right here. 46. 46.
Second Ezra 15 and verse 46. It says that thou Asia, thou art partaker.
Yeah, now Asia are partakers, right? Who's the main superpower over in Asia? It's China. Now you look at what China's got going on right now as far as technology, right? They already basically rolling out the B system over the MOTB system over there. Yeah. They already a surveillance state.
Yeah.
They always talk about China. See, what they don't understand is China's been on America's heels. You know, when America go down, China's gonna be the next superpower. Well, you got it wrong. That's not prophecy. Prophecy is what? And that the Israelites are gonna be set on high. And that the Lord gonna set the horn of salvation for his people. All right, going back to what the Lord told King David. The everlasting kingdom. See? You people got it all fucking wrong. Why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? Y'all ain't got fucking next. Brother Barazal said all the time, we got next.
Here, I got
You going to captivity on you Moabites, the next empire? Are you crazy? And the scripture saying that the affliction shall not arise again.
Is second Ezra chapter 16, verse 8. And just to back up your point, it says, "And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, and when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows."
Yeah, Jacob represents the Israelites. So Esau is going down, and who got next? Jacob. All right. So ain't nobody else, as far as these other nations, ain't gonna rule next. It's gonna be our nation ruling. All right, under Yahweh Shai and King David sitting on the throne. And it says that David should be their prince. All right, we're gonna rule over you heathen, man. All right, all you that led us into captivity, you're gonna go into captivity under us, man. All right,
Precept.
go back to the second Ezra 15 and 46 again. Finish that.
It says, Exodus 15 to 46, and thou angel, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person.
Oh, no, read it. Start.
And thou angel, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon.
Because you look at how China was able to prosper off of Babylon. When they took all these industrial jobs from America, most of them went over China.
Yep.
They helped China grow into an economic superpower, right? Go ahead.
It says, woe be unto thee, thou which
That's not
We were still here. The spoilers. Will you go ahead?
you read that.
This is Isaiah 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
There you go, man. So now the Lord is preparing the nation to deal treacherously with thee. All right, your allies ain't gonna come out and help you. They're gonna help destroy you. Hold that Revelation 17 and 16. That's what's going on. Our brother ran Obadiah the 7th verse. It says, all the men like the Pharisees have brought thee even to the border. They that eat thy bread, that will feast with thee, have deceived thee. Roughly paraphrasing. They deceive you. Why? Guess what? They sitting back, all right, watching this war take place. They watching you being in your weak state right now, America. You at a point now where you ain't like, man, look, well, BB, BB Milkowski. He like, shit, man, we got a new guy ran. They like, hell no. They scared, man. They know Russia sitting there licking their chops waiting.
Yeah.
They see the downfall of the people too. This is all over media, like how weak the people are, inside of America as well, and then they seeing how the leaders, how wishy-washy they are, they don't have control over anything. So like all these other nations, like, oh yeah, they're weak. Like with Isaiah, they become weak as weak, they're gonna fall,
Well, just be real, like America been weak for years, man. I want to say since Barack. Barack is shooting a few missiles, but like you said, like now the whole world is looking at us as is this the dude?
Yeah.
Is this the one that scared the whole earth? Is this the place that had us all in fear? And they can't even handle Iran? So now the rest of the world, like, man, no. If Iran could beat their ass, we could beat their ass too. Let the little one say I'm strong. Because if Iran can get with them, I know we can get with them.
So and that's what it is. Like you have a bully on the block, and he's bullied everybody, and then you get that one who actually shows his weakness. We're able to show the weakness, and how you could actually get him. Then now you got everybody else like, look, I want a piece of him, and everybody just started to tag team and jump on board.
Everybody remember how that bully treated them too?
Yeah. Like,
very funny, knock Debo out. Everybody got to be able to do it.
Yep.
Hey, Debo went down. Debo, he's doing his shit.
They remember them bombs you sent in on them. They remember the missiles that you shot. They remember you coming in and like it tells you in Proverbs 6, you know, you sowed discord among the people. You stole all the resources, you know. Like John chapter 10, verse 10, it says the thief cometh not, like the brother brought out earlier, but to steal, kill, and destroy. You had a precept?
I got one.
Go ahead and read yours first.
Oh, okay.
This is Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 23, and it reads, how is the hammer of the earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Yeah, how is the hammer of the earth broken? The Most High gonna break the hammer of the earth. Right? The Most High wasn't controlling him. He don't want to allow you to fulfill prophecy, which is what? Beasts is coming back. All right? That's why you was able to go throughout the earth and war with all these nations, man. It says what? Who was able to make war with the beast? Now the beast is starting to cease. All right? This is the book of Psalm 73 and 18. It says, surely thou didst set them in let me start over. Psalm 73 and 18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou cast them down into destruction. And that's what's coming, man. Destruction, even from your own allies, man. So the Lord prepared America, which is Babylon the Great. All right? Many thousands of the scriptures call America for destruction, man. Okay? This is one more.
Revelation 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. Revelation 17 to 16. It says, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, right? Because you go into the beast system, right? When you got the old Roman system, you got the 7 heads, you got the 10 horns, right? Today is NATO and EU. Okay? Like the NATO is the vassal state for America. Okay, they helped the beast with this war on terror. Now they're ceasing now again. You know what I mean? It says, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. And they're starting to hate you right now, right? It says, it shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Right, so they're going to help burn you with fire too, which is the thermonuclear fire. All right, verse 17, for the Most High put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, to the words of the Most High shall fulfill. All right, which is what the last plague, which is the plague of the destruction of the missiles, man, or by way of the missiles. Okay, so at the end of the deal, man, this is the fate of America, which is Babylon the Great, man. So it's going to be destroyed. All right, it's going to be turned into a big lake of fire, man. Okay? And that's you know what I'm saying, the final judgment of the Great War, man. All right? All right, dog.
Yep. All right, so with that, we hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the 4 corners of the earth that be like it to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah, Abad Babal. Shalom to you sincere elect brothers and sisters on the comment board. We got next.
Shalom.